Welcome to this video on the wonderful world of verbs, a complete masterclass designed for students in classes 3 and 4. We will cover key concepts, rules, and include some quizzes to help you learn. A verb is the most important word in a sentence. It is an action or doing word that tells us what a person, animal, or thing is doing. For example, a boy runs, the sun shines, or birds fly. First, let's look at action verbs. These express a physical or mental action. Physical actions are things you can see, like jumping or running. Mental actions happen in the brain, such as thinking or guessing. Now, it is time for a quick quiz. Find the action verb in this sentence. The little monkey climbed the tall tree. What did the monkey do? The answer is climbed. This is the action the monkey performed. Next, we have state of being, or linking, verbs. Unlike action verbs, these connect the subject to more information. Common examples include am, is, are, was, and were, like in she is a doctor, or they were happy. Helping verbs are used alongside a main verb to show tense or possibility. Examples include has, have, do, and will. In Rahul is playing football, is the helping verb for playing. Here is another quiz. Find the helping verb in this sentence. My sister was baking a delicious cake. Which word helps the action verb baking? The answer is was. It helps the verb baking to indicate that the action happened in the past. Verbs are also grouped as transitive or intransitive, based on whether they require an object. Transitive verbs need an object to make sense, while intransitive verbs do not. A transitive verb acts upon an object. You can identify them by asking what or whom after the verb. For instance, in the boy kicked the ball is the object. In contrast, an intransitive verb makes sense by itself. For example, the baby cried, or the stars twinkle. No object is needed to complete the meaning. Time for our final quiz. Is the verb flew in the bird flew gracefully, transitive or intransitive? Hint, is there an object receiving the action? The answer is intransitive. Flew does not need an object here, as gracefully is just an adverb describing how the bird flew. Finally, remember that verbs change their form to show tense, or when an action happens. We have the past tense for yesterday, present for today, and future for tomorrow. Let's explore regular verbs. These follow a simple rule to change into the past tense. You just add ed, ed, or d to the end of the word. For example, jump becomes jumped, walk becomes walked, and bake becomes baked. Next are irregular verbs. These are the rule breakers. They do not take an ed to form the past tense. Instead, they completely change their spelling, like hey go becoming went, see becoming saw, eat becoming ate, and run becoming ran. Time for another quiz. Is the past tense of catch regular or irregular? How would you complete the sentence? Yesterday, he, blank, the ball. The answer is irregular. The past tense of catch is caught, not catched. Because the spelling changes entirely and doesn't end in ed, it is an irregular verb. Moving on to subject-verb agreement. The verb must always match the subject. For a singular subject, add s or s to the verb, like he plays. For plural subjects, or I and you, do not add s. Keep the verb base, like they play. Let's test your knowledge. Choose the correct verb. My dog, blank, bark/barks, at the mailman. Hint, is my dog singular or plural? The correct verb is barks. My dog is a singular subject, and singular subjects require the verb to have an s or s at the end in the present tense. To wrap up, today we learned that verbs are action or state of being words. We covered different types like action, linking, and helping verbs, the distinction between transitive and intransitive, regular and irregular forms, and the rules of subject-verb agreement. Thank you for learning with us today. You are now well on your way to becoming a verb master. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep growing your knowledge.